Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of WTWO's Beyond the Stands podcast. Of course, I'm your host, Rick Semmler. Exciting time for the Wabash Valley as we're in the Indiana High School girls basketball postseason. We had several area teams with sectionals last week, including the North Central girls basketball team. They win back-to-back sectionals. And joining me are the seniors. We'll start with Shelby Seay and Secrest. Wave to everybody, guys. They're so excited to be here. And we also got Jalyn Davidson joining us and Kennedy Bowling. Wave to us, guys. Just as excited to be here as well. Okay, start with you, Shelby. I got to ask, win another sectional championship, just how exciting is that for you guys right now?
I feel like it's pretty exciting. I mean, it was a really close game the entire game, so it was really nerve-wracking. I've never been that stressed out in my entire life. In any game ever. But yeah, I think it was pretty exciting. And
I heard, got the stats a lot. You had a monster game in that. Just talk about your performance and the big scoring performance from you in that ball game.
Well, I wasn't really thinking about scoring, honestly. I just kind of played, but I couldn't have done any of that without, my teammates rebounding and passing me the ball and, everything. Just that they were all doing. Can't do offense without defense, so.
I'd say you had a pretty good game, 32 of the 44 points. Were you feeling it a little bit, though?
Well, I just was getting to the basket, and, so I just kept driving, but, yeah.
Sam, just she talked about how intense the game was, the pressure. Just, you guys were supposed to win the game, and you knew that. Just how intense and how much pressure did you guys feel on you Saturday?
Yeah, I felt like we used the pressure and just played harder with it.
All right. Jalyn, what did you feel the pressure going in? You guys were the favorites going in this week. Did you feel the pressure? How about you, Kennedy? Did you feel the pressure?
Definitely. I was sitting and I just, hoping that somebody would score, and normally they do. So I had faith, but I was still a bit scared, but we still won. So.
Gotta ask you. Shelby, I'll ask you just how much respect you have. WRV as a program that has struggled over the years. They really turned around this year, and they pushed you guys in that sectional championship. How much respect you guys have for them?
I have a lot of respect for the players. They play really hard. They've gotten a lot better since the first time we played them, and they've beat a lot of good teams. I think they lost by 1 to Linton, and they're a pretty good team too. So they've just they've gotten a lot better since the last time we played them.
And Sam, I'll ask you, you knew you would be tested. How much did your experience, you guys all were in this last year, you think pay off in the sectional championship game, having the seniors out there in the deep run you made last year? How much did that pay off for you guys?
Yeah, I think that being there before, definitely the experience helped us a lot to be able to handle that pressure.
Kennedy, want to ask you, you were favored coming in, I mentioned that, but to be able to cut down the nets again as a senior, just how special is it to cut down the nets 2 years in a row?
It definitely feels good because the first 2 years obviously were very upsetting, and then just to come back with those final 2 years and win something, it just feels really good because it feels like all that work finally paid off.
Jalyn, I got to ask you, I'll ask all you guys, but as a senior, the final time, being able to get up on that ladder and cut the net down, how special is that?
It felt pretty good, but it's not really where I want to end it. So I plan to cut more.
I like that. Shelby and Sam, like I said, you guys plan to cut more, but as a senior, that's the last time you're going to play in sectional games, and to be able to cut that net down again, celebrate with your teammates and your family, is it extra special knowing it's your last go around?
Yeah, I believe we've played those teams our whole lives, so it was a little bittersweet winning that game. Because, again, we won't ever play WRV again or play the players that we played since we were younger. And even with Shaq Mac, we've played Shaq Mac for a long time. Literally everybody on that team we've played since we were younger. So it's a little bittersweet.
Sam, how'd it feel to cut that net down?
It felt really good, yeah.
Now, Jalyn mentioned it and talked about it. You guys, made a deep postseason run last year, all the way to semi-state, deepest run in school history. You're back in the regionals, and the coach will tell right away. It's one game at a time, and this and that. But you expected to be here. I guess start with you two. start with you two, Sam and Shelby. Just what are the expectations as you go into this regional round?
I believe if we, lock in and like buy into our defense and our offense and everything, that we could come out with a win on the regional. But when we come out, we're gonna play defense and just like buy into the defense and what the coaches are telling us to do.
Sam, thoughts on your regional?
Yeah, I definitely think defense and rebounding is what will get us there.
And Katie and Jalyn, I mean, you play Northeast Du Bois, a team you haven't played this season. Just talk about the matchup against them. I know it's early in the week. What do you know about them, and what are you expecting from the game?
I think they'll definitely be playing really hard. Like, I feel like everybody really wants to beat us, especially we got a good record. Come from a good season last year. Like, it's definitely a goal for everybody. I think if we all just play hard and, like Shelby said, buy into defense, I think we'll do pretty good.
The regional matchup has number 3 North Central. You guys 23-3 on the season versus number 11 Northeast Du Bois. They're 18-6, playing at the Bedford North Lawrence Regional, 4 p.m. on Saturday. You guys will be taking an 8-game winning streak, and they're pretty cool for everything this group has done, and you guys have rewrote the record books. North Central's never won for girls back-to-back regional titles. Shelby and Sam, first with you guys, just to be able to the first team to win back-to-back regionals, you have a chance to do that. How cool would that be?
I think it would be very cool to be breaking other also records and starting new things again for North Central. I think it'd be really cool experience.
Yeah, I agree. I think it would be really cool to make more history.
And Kennedy and Jalyn, I mean, they talked about it. You guys seniors as well. You got to experience that last year, the first time of cutting it down to make more history again in the regional round. What would that mean to you two to be the first girls team to win back-to-back regional championships?
I feel like it would feel really good because North Central really, whenever my dad came here, that was basically the goal. And now that it's finally happening, I feel like it's pretty special.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Just keep winning and win a regional 2 years in a row and a sectional, that just would be an amazing feeling to have, and I feel like everybody would remember it.
I want to thank our sponsors of the show real fast here. We got Crow Equipment Incorporated and Andrews Heating and Air Conditioning. Your 2018 American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, building a higher standard award winner for quality and reliability you can depend on. Call Andrews Heating and Air Conditioning, 765-832-9401. Jalyn, I know you're Miss Shy here and not used to being on the camera, but you've had a historic individual season. I know you care about the team first, but recently you became the school and Sullivan County's all-time assist record holder, breaking your mom's record, and then on Friday became North Central and Sullivan County's all-time scoring leader with 1,857 career points, passing your sister. I guess, first of all, how cool is it to not only break records, but you're breaking your family's records?
It feels pretty cool, which it's...
No, you're good. You're good. I mean, I know you look up to your mom, and I mean, you saw your sister play. Just how exciting is it? To know that you beat their records.
It's pretty exciting, especially to keep it in the family, and it's something I always thought of doing, but it actually came true, so it's pretty fun.
Now, I give your dad a hard time about it all the time because he wants to take the credit for how good you guys are. But I mean, clearly you got it from your mom and sisters. Is that not wrong?
It's pretty true. It's pretty correct.
Got all the talent from them. I love it. Talk about last year. You guys, I mean, you made it to semi-state, made it to the Final Four in 1A. You experienced that. I mean, one win away from the state finals. I mean, tiny North Central never done that. How much has that driven you guys to not only get back to semi-state, but to take that next step and make the state finals? We'll start with you, Shelby and Sam. How much has that driven you guys?
I think it's driven us to do better than we did last year. So we want to get back to the place that we were last year and go even farther so we can, again, break more records and just be better than we were last year.
Sam?
I think we definitely worked harder in the off-season this season so we could get there.
And Kennedy and Jalyn, I mean, you guys were a part of it. Like I said last year. Just, I mean, how bad do you want to get back to semi-state and take that next step and make the state finals?
Pretty badly. It kind of sucks to, like, last year how we were, like, 1 game away from making the state finals. It kind of just, like, left, I guess, like a feeling in us, and I feel like that's been driving us this season to make it back there.
Yeah, I'd have to say the same. Like, ever since, like, we lost that game, ever since then, it's always just like, we're going to get back here, and we're going to finish it. Because last year, we really wanted it so bad, so.
I love it. And back to you, Kenny and Jalyn. I mean, Coach will always 1 game at a time, and that's the way you should be. But be honest, how much have you guys dreamed about? You knew this season had a chance to be special. How much have you guys honestly dreamed about, getting to state finals and playing it at the home of the Pacers and the Fever? How much have you thought about that this season?
Well, since freshman year, me, Sam, and Shelby have went and watched the state finals to see what we could have done. So, yeah, we just basically really want to get back there.
Yeah, definitely.
And Sam and Shelby, I mean, I know you've been practicing for months, but like they said, just how much have you thought about that state finals and tiny North Central, playing there?
Well, I think last year, since, we were 1 game away from making it to the state finals, we did go watch the state finals after, whenever they did play. And it was like we were 1 game away from playing here and playing in this environment. And it just makes us want to be there. So it was kind of, just like a little fire under our butt to, go play at the state finals.
Sam, thought about it? How much have you thought about it?
Yeah, like Jalyn and Shelby said, like we've went and watched it for a while now, and it just, since we actually were so close, it means a lot.
Okay, not quite ready to let you guys go yet, but I got to ask, I know it's early in the week, how much have you seen your regional opponent? Just talk about the regional matchup a little bit. Start with you two over here. How much? What do you got to get done Saturday to get the regional championship win?
Well, we haven't really talked about them yet, but today I think we're watching film and we're talking about what we need to do to compete with this team. And, some of our coaches have watched them play, so they're going to tell us, what they have to offer and all that. So we're going to get the insight today.
Sam, anything you want to add?
Yeah, we're just going to get prepared.
How much, Kenny and Jalyn, do you believe, you respect your opponent, but do you believe it's on you guys Saturday? If you go out and do what you're supposed to, you'll handle your business. I mean, do you view it that way at all?
I think so. I think I'm very confident in us. I don't think I'm overly confident. I think if we don't do something right, it could cost us. But I think that this week it's going to be very much like locked in. I think we're going to be very prepared for our game Saturday.
Jalyn, anything?
I basically agree with everything they said.
Okay, I got to ask you guys. I played for a very interesting coach in high school. Coach Davidson does a great job, but he can get a little animated at times, a little excited there on the sidelines. What's it like to play for someone like that? Start with you two.
Normal for us at least, but maybe for others. But whenever he gets on us, I feel like it's more out of he wants us to do better, and he's not meaning it in like a mean way. But I think it's funny.
Kenny.
Sometimes.
I think it shows that he cares a lot, and that's really what you need out of a coach if you're going to win games, because if they don't care, then you're probably not going to win very many games. But he definitely cares a lot, sometimes more than us, I feel like.
I think that's very accurate. If a coach isn't on you, I learned a long time ago, I'd be worried about it, that they weren't on you. Shelby and Sam, I mean, what's it been like to play for Coach Davidson?
Well, I mean, he's coached us for a long time. He coached us in travel ball before he coached us in high school. So it was like we're used to the way he coaches and the style of his coaching. But when he doesn't yell at us and doesn't get on us, we're kind of like, why are you giving up on us? Like, why are you giving up on us? Do you not want to, why are you not coaching me right now? But, yeah, I just think it's kind of like a little push in the right direction because he knows how well we can play and he knows, how we play. So he wants us to play to the best of our abilities.
Sam?
Yeah, I agree with everything they said. It just shows he cares about us.
Now, I got to ask, I mean, you've been around him your whole life. You got any good Coach Davidson stories or people that imitate him on the sidelines? Or Jalyn, I'm sure you do. I mean, obviously, but any of you got any good coach stories or anything?
It's funny at practice when he mispronounces things a lot when he's really into what he's saying, and then we all just can't help but laugh. But he's very serious, and we're just sitting there like.
Jalyn, the daughter side, any good stories?
Definitely a lot. But there was one time he was yelling at us on the bus after Eminence. We played terrible, but we still won. And he was yelling at us on the bus pretty hard. And our bus driver hit the brakes, and he fell forward or backwards. And we all were too straight-faced to laugh. It was funny.
Sam, and Shelby, you guys have been with him for so long. You guys got stories or anything about Coach?
Well, whenever he at practice, gets mad, he gets really worked up, and he does mispronounce a lot of words whenever he gets really mad, and it's really hard to, we can't make eye contact with anybody because he'll get even more mad, and we'll probably run for it, but it's hard to stay composed whenever you're getting yelled at and he's not pronouncing the words right.
Sam?
Yeah, I just think it's funny because everybody sees him as like when he's mad at us and stuff, but he's actually he's not who he's funny. He sings all the time, and it's just not what people would expect.
Now, I do have to tell people, in Coach's defense, he's here in the studio with us. He's just not on camera, so he's hearing all these stories. Before I let you guys go, and I can just tell here the laughs you have and the stories, just what a fun season it's been, what a fun career you guys have had. Shelby and Sam, I'll start with you two. Just no matter what, it's coming to an end, whether it's 3 weeks down the line or, this week. Just how much fun have you had together and playing at North Central?
Well, yeah, we've had a lot of fun. We've been through so much together. We've been through all of our childhood, all the way through high school. We've always been there. I think we've shared so many memories. It's going to be so hard not to, play for this team and play for the people that we've played for. Just.
Sam?
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be really hard to not be a part of this, but it's definitely special.
And Jalyn and Candy, obviously, Jalyn, you'll still get plenty of dad around, but Candy, and Jalyn, just talk about your time at North Central and how special and how much fun you've had.
Well, I've been here since I was 8, just watching practices, and I've made so many memories that it consumes my brain. It's just North Central. So I feel like whenever it's over, it's gonna definitely suck because they're my family. So.
Yeah, it's definitely going to suck when it's over. I never really played basketball. They were all my friends, and they encouraged me to play in middle school, and I've just played ever since. And it's really like a family, and it's going to suck because you hang out with your family every day, and then it's going to turn into just seeing them whenever, and that's probably going to be the hardest part about it.
Ladies, awesome having you on the podcast. I like the stories, and best of luck this Saturday. North Central takes on Northeast Du Bois at the Bedford North Lawrence Regional. The T-Birds will be looking to win back-to-back regional titles for the first time in program history. That does it for this edition of Beyond the Stands.